Hello, I am Dawn Fry and I am the creator of the New Dawn Business Startup and Mentoring Program. And the purpose of this today was to give you a taster session because on my website you can see exactly what we cover. You can see testimonials and you can see, you know, what's going to be involved in each of the webinars and the content we cover, but I think it's very flat. And I think that in order for you to really get your head around exactly how it works, I thought I'd do an example. So this is a taster session, and in a minute I'm going to be sharing some slides. They're very simple, there's only a few, but this is exactly what we do each week when we're delivering the module. I come on, I say hello, you can join live, it's recorded, or so you can watch it at a time to suit you. And one thing to point out, once you've invested in the program, you have lifetime access. So say you had every intention of starting your business and then something else happened, or there's bits that you need to refresh on because there's something that really spoke to you but you've forgotten exactly what we went over, then it would be an opportunity to go back and learn that again. And I think it's very, the live element is the key thing I wanted to get across. I wanted to get across what it feels like being on Zoom. I'm sure you've all been on Zoom now in lockdown because you've been chatting to family and things, and perhaps you hadn't done before. You've been on a similar thing. But I wanted to give across the impression of how the sort of training works. And because it's live and you have the option to join live, anyone who's on the call with me can ask questions, can get something very specific to them. So yes, it's a group coaching and training call, but there are opportunities to make it obviously very personal to you. We're all on the same point in the journey, so there will be some very key learnings for you to take away from this. So let me share some slides and talk you through, if I find my share screen, there we are. Let's get the PowerPoints up and then you can see exactly what that looks like. Hopefully that's now showing on your screen. So yes, New Dawn program, this is a taster helping you to start your own small business, doing something that you love. Very key that it's something that you love. We do not want to create a job that you're going to hate. And it's very easy. I've trained so many people doing this, and I've talked to people at the outset when they say things about, oh, I suppose I'm going to have to do this and include this because we're, thinking about how they've got to earn money. And I said, why would you want to do that? It's not your core passion. It's not what you need to do. So why do it? It's really important we do that at the outset, finding what you really want to do and making that work in a business-like way. So very key. So how does the New Dawn program work? There are 6 training modules delivered weekly. So we are starting the next round on the 1st of June. This is, so on Monday morning at 10 o'clock, I go live on that week's subject. It takes around about an hour, depends how many questions get asked. As I say, it's fully recorded, so it doesn't matter whether you're there or not, although I do believe that the experience is more beneficial to you if you can be, because you can ask a live question. There is still opportunity to ask questions if you can't be live, so don't worry about that. I have extended the course. It was 6 weeks, it is now 10 weeks, because in the current climate I do feel that there could be more hurdles to get over perhaps, and we need a bit more support and mentoring to really get our mindset in this. There's so much negativity and so much around that we're going to have to really work on our mindset to believe that we can get a business out there. I started my first ever business in the height of a major recession. Maybe not on this scale, but we have to believe and get our head in the right space and create momentum and have the right energy behind what we're doing, despite what's going on. This could be, not for fun. You're starting a business because you want to earn some money. So we've got to get our head set, got to mentor you and support you to achieve your goal here. So extended mentoring. mentioned that you could ask questions anytime if you can't make the live. You become part of a private Facebook group. Only people who have done New Dawn are in it. And so therefore they've all either been through the journey or are going through the journey with you at the same time. And this is key. We need to be around like-minded people. We need to feel safe to ask questions that you might feel embarrassed or a bit awkward to ask somewhere else. It's private. There are rules to keep confidentiality and to support each other and to be constructive. So that's very important too. Also, each week, as well as your training, there is a live session. Now, this will typically be on an evening later in the week to answer questions, or it may be a motivational session, but it's all about keeping you on track with what you've taken on. Some of the subjects are quite heavy. You know, each week when we're going through those modules, there's a lot to do. And no one's setting a time pressure, but we want some momentum, and we don't want you getting so overwhelmed that you get stuck. So it's really important that we have those sessions. So that's the essence of how it works. What we cover, you can see there on the screen. I won't go into too much detail, but week 1, I've been told by numerous people how mind-blowing that was. It is all about strategy, but it's all about really doing a life review and how our business is going to fit in with all elements of our life. And it can be mind-blowing. It is quite something. I've done masses of training on this myself, so it's really key that we get that at the outset. This is totally setting the path that we wish to follow. Obviously, business planning is doing your business plan, but it's so much more than just a plan. It's all the nuances and thinking behind that. And to be fair, we start the plan in week 2, but we use all those other weeks to fill it up. We're not just doing the whole thing then. If you need to go to the bank and gain a loan or something, your business plan is a perfect document to show your depth of thinking and how you're going to finance things and how you're going to structure it and market it. So it's a really key document. If you don't need to do that element, it's also so important to give you an action plan and a blueprint for your thoughts and your intentions for your business. You can see the other things. Website, we talk about content. Social media, we focus on which channels are important, because we're going to think about our target market and who our ideal client is, that sort of thinking. I've done a bit of a live on a launch event already, but it's so key. I will see your fear when we talk about your launch. It's so important. We talk about the types of different launches you can do and all the things you can gain from it, particularly PR. There are templates. There are slides provided for you. There's so much information for you to access. And I really want to get across how much support and practical things come with this course. Customers and marketing, we wouldn't be there without them. So week 5 is a big week where we focus on that sort of thing. And I'm going to go through some bonuses that help with that as well. I am a huge advocate of customer experience and how important it is for a small business to do the absolute utmost in customer experiences, because that word of mouth marketing and that really, gaining support from your customers because of the service you've given is so key for a small business. And we have a really unique opportunity to be outstanding in that field. I've won loads of awards in customer service and I've got loads of experience and I've got masses to share with you on that. Week 6 is really about your action planning. If you've not been in business before, there are very specific tools and very interesting ways of planning. It teaches you how to plan before we actually do the plan, because they're there for a good reason. They're there to help us setting smart goals and things like that. If you've been in business, you'll know all about those. And really, in setting that action plan, we're really getting our commitment honed down. And as I mentioned at the outset, we've got a lot more support and mentoring coming along the way. So we are going to do lives on week 7, 8, 9 and 10 as well, and there will typically be hot seats or that sort of thing. If you don't know what that is, it's just where we go around and we ask everyone how's their action plan, where they stuck, where they need help with, or how we can inspire each other. It's really, really powerful stuff. I've done masses of this myself. In fact, I still do it today because I invest in mentoring for myself to ensure that I can offer the best for my clients too. So I think that additional 4 weeks of support in this climate will be invaluable, and it is offered at the exact same price as the previous course. So you're getting 4 more weeks for the same price. And that's, again, lots of live stuff and the opportunity for training and asking questions. I mentioned the bonuses that are included. One of the biggest stumbling blocks I have found in my experience of offering New Dawn so far is the confidence to have a go at certain elements of running a business. I actually created a building confidence course entirely separately because not everyone wants to start a business, but I did want to empower people to be more confident. So I have included that course with this one. You don't pay any extra. That's actually priced at £99. It's delivered in the same method. It's not live. There are 4 sessions focusing on different areas to help you build your confidence. Again, through a membership site, you can do that at your leisure and you have lifetime access to that. But if you are someone that struggles a bit with confidence, I do believe this will help you enormously. And as I say, included with the course. The group coaching sessions I've mentioned, but you have a one-to-one coaching call with me. So whether that be at the outset or whether that be towards the end or any time in the course, during those 10 weeks, you say, Dawn, I want my hours coaching session, and we will have a one-to-one on your given subject matter. Honestly, whatever you need. I'm just I'm doing some really interesting calls with people at the moment, and just talking through your stuff. Often, you know, coaching is really about getting you to see what's making you stuck or what's difficult. So ask me anything to do with your business and we will get you unstuck or just get you thinking slightly differently. A business plan review if you want to. Obviously, you're doing your business plan there with me, so if you want to show it to me at any time, I'm very happy to review it and highlight anything that isn't clear to me, or whether I think it needs a bit more detail, or whether you thought about elements that we've covered in the course. So that is included should you wish to take it up. Marketing is another area that people have said to me is very sticky for them, is something they worry about. I've had people who said, oh, I'd love to do this, but I hate sales and marketing, so I'm not going to do it. Well, we have to get over that. We have to get to the point where we are saying, you know, you are going to create something that you personally love, whether it be a product or a service. You're not doing it, you know, to be sleazy or just to sell something for the sake of making money. It's never about that. It's about doing something because you believe it would be a nice experience, a lovely thing to own. And you've got to get over that, and you've got to be able to say, hey, I've got this wonderful thing for you, and those that want to buy it will come and buy it. You've got to give people the chance. You're telling them by your sort of actions that you decide what they want to buy and not buy. Anyway, because it is a sticky subject for some, I have created an annual marketing calendar, and this takes each month and gives you ideas for hooks and themes. And just if you're totally stuck, go back to the review, look at that month and see if it gives you any ideas and inspirations. That is the intention. You can follow that and get some ideas and keep on trucking with the old marketing, so you know you don't stop doing what you need to do. My 100 Ways to Wow is all about making your customers go well. And there are some really fun ideas on there. You have to get all your ducks in a row first. It's no good going to do grand gestures unless we've got the nuts and bolts working properly. Lots more on that in the course, but it's really, that's about your customer experience and gaining all of that side of things. And of course, the bonus is there's more weeks of support and mentoring, which I've mentioned. So all those bonuses included. So how much does it cost? The investment is here on the screen. I'm just going to talk about something first though, because I know, because I've had this many times, there are some people that will see the price of the course, this 10-week course with all the bonuses and everything that comes with it, which is $495, and I can't afford that. I can't afford that. And I really want you to think for a moment. It is not my place to be rude and say, oh, yes, you can. Or I don't know your financial situation. But this, committing to something like this, investing in yourself, will trigger you, because what you're saying is something to do with your worth. And that is not to be sniffed at. That sort of money is not something that, you know, you can add to the weekly shop, or you wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't be spending that amount of money without seriously thinking about it. And it would feel a little bit, oh, is this the right thing? Is Dawn the right person to work with? You know, do I trust in this process? Do I trust in myself? That is fundamentally, are you willing to invest in you? Because I'll go through some points in a minute of why I think it's a good idea to invest in a program. I've invested in lots of programs, and I've invested in things far more expensive than this. That's neither here nor there. But I have felt as uncomfortable about making that bigger investment as you potentially might do right now, because it is scary. Because basically we are saying, can we do this? Because you've got to make it work. You don't want to spend that sort of money and actually never launch a business. You've got to go out and do it. So I know that finances is a very sensitive subject at the moment, and I've not done this before, but I have put a payment plan. It costs you a tiny bit more. It in total costs you $510, but if you want to do 3 payments of $170, that is there. Just talk to me and we can set that up. So why would you invest? I've talked about how that might trigger you, but you will have made a commitment. You've made that financial investment, and that will give you the motivation and empowerment for more action than you would do without it. You get scared, you get overwhelmed with something else. You know, I'll get a job, you give up. If there's jobs to be had, of course. But what a financial commitment will do will give you that sort of contract with me, with yourself, to get stuff going. You know, you've made that investment, you've got to make your money back, you've got to get your business out there, you've got to get those invoices going out to new clients. So it is so important to invest in yourself to get where you want to go, because if you could have done it on your own, maybe you would have done, or maybe you want to get there quicker or more comprehensively. This is what we can offer through the New Dawn program. I mention here, you will learn things that you have never considered. I learn things still. I'm always learning. I'm always trying to improve, and you know, there might be something that comes up that I need to learn about. Zoom, for instance. There are things I promise you that you will learn in this course that you have not even considered, because I've been in business for almost 11 years. I've been around the block. I'm constantly learning, and I've got something to share with you that you have not thought of. Hopefully lots of things that you've not thought of, but I guarantee there'll be at least some. So you don't know what you don't know, and I'm saying by investing in this, you'll get to know more than you realised. You will struggle at times, you'll get overwhelmed, or you will get nervous and scared, and that's my job. I need to push you. That's when I need to say, come on, we know we've set out some goals here and we know what you're trying to do. You will find solutions when you come up against problems, whether you share that in the group or you share that with me on our calls. You know, that's what we're there for. Collectively, we are more powerful than being on our own. And you're with like-minded people. If you were to go out now and say, I'm going to start my own business, how many people would put you down and say, now we're going to enter depression and recession, and what a bad idea? You will be with people who are saying, come on, we're all in this together. And that is so important, to surround yourself with that mindset that's going to help you to get there. You personally will grow, discover more about yourself than you could imagine, And despite all that fear and worry you're going to go through, you are going to be so amazed and proud, because you're going to have a business, you're going to plan it, you're going to launch it, you're going to get out there, and we can all celebrate with you when you start to earn money doing what you want. Really is incredible. I sound like an old, but it's like my little babies. They go out and I see people starting to make a success, and it fills me with such joy to see you doing that, and I'm really behind you to get there. Okay, hope I've given you a flavour there. What do you need to do? You've seen how it works. You've had a taster of what it is all about. So if you want to start your own business, it's time to take action. Contact me. We can have a discovery call. It will be on Zoom like this. Now, it may be that you've got a business idea and you need to go through it and you want to see if it's got some legs, or it may be you're totally stuck and you know you want to start your own business, but you don't know at all what your talents might be. Perfect. I love that. You come to me, we'll talk, and I'll put some things by you, because I guarantee with the questions I ask, we'll start to uncover what makes you tick and what you're fantastic at. And we get stuck, especially in the moment. I think we can be so full of panic and worry and all the rest of it. So I've given my email on the slide. Drop me a line. You can give me a call. I've got my phone number there. And if the web address is given at the bottom of each slide, www.dawnfry.co.uk, and you can see the new Dawn program is in the services I offer if you want to go and read the blurb as well. Thank you. I'll just share the screen again, so I'll stop share and come back to the main screen. Thank you for bearing with me through this recording. I hope it's given you a flavour of what I offer and what the course does. And I am starting on the 1st of June. You can sign up anytime between now and the 1st of June and be ready to go. You'll get joining instructions once you've sent payment, and you will be ready to start on the 1st. And 10 weeks down the line, who knows what we'll have. Well, we do know we'll have a business planned, you'll have your launch planned, you'll have your marketing planned, you will be fired up and ready to deliver your new business onto the world, and I can't wait. So thank you for listening, and I hope that helps. Bye.